can't get your filter housing unstuck, you try and you try with the filter wrench that comes with it, but you just can't open it to get that filter out. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 techniques for opening that up and 2 techniques to make sure it never happens again, starting right now. Hi, I'm Gary the Water Guy, and I simplify water filtration to help you conquer crappy water for your family. So it sounds so easy, right? You just use the wrench, you put it on the filter housing, you turn it, and you replace the filter, right? Well, there's a little bit more to it than that, but let's start with the basics. So the first thing you want to do is you want to shut off the water going to the filter housing. So you have a ball valve or some kind of a shut-off valve anywhere before the filter housing. Just follow the plumbing back. And then coming out of the filter housing, anything that's downstream of it, just open the faucet, run the water till it slows right down to a trickle. Once it's slowed down to a trickle, then shut off any valve that's after this. And the reason you're doing that is so the whole house doesn't drain back down once you do get this open. Now, if you have a pressure release up here, push that and hold it down till you no longer hear hissing or any water comes out, or just, again, slows right down to a trickle. Now what you've done, you've released all the pressure inside the filter housing. So grab your filter wrench and give it a turn. And remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, as my wife always says. So you just turn it to the left. Now, always grab a hand up here to brace yourself against the filter housing. And always make sure that the filter housing is securely fastened to the wall or some kind of plywood or something like that. So you can put full force on here to open it. Now, of course, it doesn't always open like that, right? So you may need some help to get it open. So I've got a few ideas here of ways that you can use to get that filter housing off. So one is using 2 wrenches. So there's a couple different ways you can use that. You can put one wrench on like this, one wrench on like this, and then use 2 hands, or even in worst case, 2 people, to turn it to get it off. So that's one way you can use 2 wrenches. Another way that you can use it is the 2 wrenches together to get some leverage. So some people might say, well, no, you can just use 1 wrench and a pipe, right? Well, the problem with that is these wrenches are not very strong, the ones that come with the systems, these plastic ones. But what you can do is you can put 2 wrenches on like that. And then this is a length of, I don't know, what is this, about 2.5 feet or something like that of ABS pipe. You can slide that over, and that gives you that extra leverage to open that filter housing. So that's another way that you can do it. Something else that you can try at home is you can use a blow dryer. And so what you do is whatever's on the outside, so in this particular filter housing, the cap is on the outside. So what you can do is you can heat that up with a blow dryer. It takes a while, but you have to heat it up till it's noticeably hot, and you have to heat it around all sides. And what that does, that expands it a little bit, so that, again, you can use the filter housing wrench that comes with your system to undo it. Now, you have to be careful when you're using that technique that you're heating up the outside, whatever's on the outside. So this one, as you can see, on the outside is the cap, the inside is the canister, okay? But on this one, for example, the canister is on the outside, you see? So you'd have to heat up this part of it and have that expand. Another great tool for making this simpler, and one that I normally use on a daily basis, I use a metal filter housing wrench. It's stronger and it's also longer. So you can slide it on like this. I bought this at Amazon. But you have to make sure you get the right one for your 20-inch or 10-inch Big Blue, whatever size filter housing you have, because they only fit each particular one. So that's sort of the tough part, is finding the right one. So but I've had great success with that. So you've tried heating it up, that didn't work. You've tried the wrench that comes with it, that doesn't work. You tried the 2 filter wrenches together with a length of pipe, that didn't work. So for extreme cases, I found this Lyle strap wrench worked really well. And again, it's something I just picked up on Amazon. So we'll just tighten this up a little bit, so it's a bit of a challenge. And then you can run this around it like so. And then you put an extension up through here. And a 1/2-inch socket, 1/2-inch drive. Throw that up there. And then you can tighten it up like that. And it provides the torque to turn this. And in super, super difficult situations, I found this works really well. And you can even add a length of pipe onto this to give you even more leverage. So those are some great ways to remove that filter housing that you just can't get off. Now, to make sure that you don't have problems with that in the future, one very important thing you need to check, and that is once you have removed the filter, you've gotten the filter out, you've dumped it out, have a look in the bottom. Have a look down, way down inside the bottom there. I don't know if you can see it with the light or not, but you need to make sure that from the old filter from this time or the previous time, that the little O-ring seal that was on the bottom and the top of some of the filters isn't stuck down there. I've seen filter housings that have been super hard to get off, and when I finally get them off, I look inside and there's 2 or 3 of these things stuck on the bottom. And I said to the customer, did anyone have trouble getting this filter housing on in the past? Oh yeah, the last guy said it was just a bear to get on. Well, that's because he didn't check inside to remove these things. The other thing you can do to make the removal of the filter housing easier in the future is you can use Plumber's Clear silicone grease. This is a great product. You just apply it onto the O-ring. I'll put a link in the description down below where you can get it from our website, but you just put it onto the O-ring and seal it. Then you don't have to tighten it quite so much to make sure that it doesn't leak after you've reinstalled the filter and you've set it all up. And for some more great videos on water filtration and troubleshooting, maintenance, etc., go up here and I'll see you there.